Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
We're back on the Nada Yada Island Confessions Show. Benny is about to tell us how he found two loves. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks to Metro, I found iPhone 12 and Apple Watch SE.
At Metro, get the perfect match of both iPhone 12 with 5G and Apple Watch SE for only $99.99. You heard that right. Both for just $99.99. Holidays with Nada Yada Yada. Only at Metro by T-Mobile.
Bring your number and ID, sign up for Metro Flex Plus, and add a watch line. Not available if you're with T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days. Limit 2 per account.
All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive. And this time we're going to be taking a look at AI and how it can help us on the job hunt.
Sounds good to me.
So we're looking specifically at this WGU video from their Career and Professional Development Department.
Right.
And it's super interesting because everybody's talking about AI now and how's it going to affect our jobs and all that. Some of us are even using AI for our job hunt.
Yeah.
But it feels like the ground's shifting under our feet all the time.
Totally.
So we wanted to take a deep dive into this video and just give everybody like the tools that they need to really like make AI work for them on the job hunt.
Absolutely. AI is a tool. It's not something to be scared of. It's something to embrace.
Exactly. And one of the first things I thought was super interesting in this video was they talked about this concept of AI hallucinations, which sounds kind of freaky.
Yeah, it does.
So what exactly are AI hallucinations?
Well, it's basically when AI gives you information that sounds really believable, but it's just flat out wrong. And I think the example they used in the video was, like if you asked an AI to summarize a job description and it puts in a required skill that isn't even in the job description.
Oh, wow.
And then you go into the interview thinking you need that skill and you know it's not going to go well.
Yeah, that could be pretty awkward.
So that's an example of an AI hallucination where the AI is just making stuff up, basically.
Okay, so it's not like perfect. You can't just rely on it 100%.
No, you have to be very careful. And that's why you always want to review the AI output.
Gotcha.
And make sure that it's accurate and that it's actually saying what you want it to say.
So you're sort of fact-checking the AI.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. And the other thing that I thought was really interesting is that, recruiters have been using AI for years.
Oh, really?
To sort of like screen applicants and whatnot. And now we get to use it too.
Oh, that's cool.
To sort of like level the playing field.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the things that I was like, oh my gosh, I wish I knew about this earlier, was this whole thing with applicant tracking systems, the ETS.
Yes.
I spent so much time just agonizing over my resume and making sure the formatting was right and everything. And it's like, if I had known about this earlier,
yeah,
I could have saved myself so much time and effort.
So these ATS are essentially like robots that are scanning your resume.
Okay.
And they're looking for keywords from the job description.
Gotcha.
And if your resume doesn't have those keywords, it's likely that a human will never even see it.
So that's the first hurdle to even get past.
Exactly.
Okay, so how do we get our resume looking good for these robots?
Well, the video actually highlighted a bunch of different AI-powered resume tools, which I thought was really helpful. And one of them was JobScan, which analyzes your resume and compares it to the specific job description to see how well it matches up.
Okay.
And it gives you a score so you can see, where you stand.
So it's not just about cramming as many keywords as possible.
No, it's about using the right keywords and using them in a natural way so that your resume still reads well for a human.
Okay, so it's kind of like striking a balance between
exactly
appealing to the robots and appealing to the humans.
And I think JobScan can help you with that.
Yeah, and that's one that I know a lot of people are familiar with, but the video also talked about this other tool called Joblytics.
Yes, Joblytics is great. It's actually a free Chrome extension that analyzes job descriptions for you, so you don't have to copy and paste it into a separate tool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just does it right there in the browser.
I love that.
It pulls out the key skills, the keywords, and even gives you suggestions for how to incorporate them into your resume.
So handy.
Super handy.
Okay, now this one's especially for our WGU students and alumni.
Right.
The video talked about Big Interview,
yeah,
which if you're a WGU student or alumni,
yeah,
you get lifetime access to this.
Yes.
Tell me about Big Interview.
So Big Interview, it has a lot of different features for job searching, but one of them is a resume scoring guide where you upload your resume, you plug in the job description, and it gives you a score based on how well it aligns with what the ATS is looking for. And it looks at things like readability formatting, how well you're showcasing your skills, all that good stuff.
So it's really like having a digital resume coach.
Pretty much.
That's awesome. I love it. Okay, so we've got those 3 tools for resumes: JobScan, Joblytics, and Big Interview.
Right.
That's a pretty good starting point, I think.
Yeah, definitely. So you've got a great resume now, right? It's optimized for the robots, and the humans are going to love it too.
Fingers crossed.
But now we've got to think about, like, the interview.
Ugh, the interview.
I know nobody likes interviews.
It's so nerve-wracking.
It is, but guess what? AI can help us there too.
Really?
Yeah. So the video mentioned ChatGPT.
Okay.
And, ChatGPT, it's like this amazing tool. It's like having a personal interview coach.
Okay, but like...
So one thing you can do is you can feed it a job description.
Okay.
And ask it to generate realistic interview questions.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
They on that roll.
Because I always get thrown by those, like, curveball questions.
Right. Well, this way you can practice your answers beforehand.
That's smart.
And, feel more confident going into the real thing.
I like it.
The other thing you can do with ChatGPT is you can give it your resume.
Yep.
And ask it to identify your top skills
Oh, interesting.
that you should be highlighting in your answer.
So it's kind of like helping you connect the dots between your skills
Exactly.
and what the job actually requires.
Yes, and you can even use it to write a cover letter.
Oh, wow.
A really compelling cover letter that, complements your resume.
So it's like an all-in-one interview prep tool.
Pretty much.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got ChatGPT, but the video also talked about Big Interview for interview practice.
Right. Big Interview is another great tool, and it has these pre-built question banks with tons of sample answers, and you can filter by industry, job type, experience level, so you can find questions that are relevant to you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so if you're applying for a marketing manager role, you can practice answering marketing-specific questions.
Perfect.
And the best part is it has a recording feature
Okay.
where you can practice answering questions and then watch yourself back.
Oh, my gosh. I don't know if I could do that. That's kind of scary.
It is a little scary, but it's so helpful.
I can see that.
Because you can see, your body language, your facial expressions.
Like all the things you don't realize you're doing.
You're maybe like, oh, I didn't realize I was doing that.
Yeah, I have a tendency to, touch my face a lot when I'm nervous.
See?
So that's something I would need to work on.
Exactly.
Okay, so now we've got our resume optimized. We're feeling good about interviews, but how do we actually find the right jobs in the first place?
Well, the video talked about these AI-powered job matching platforms that analyze your skills and experience, and then they suggest relevant roles that you might not have even thought of.
Oh, really? So it's kind of like a matchmaking service for jobs?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Interesting.
So they look at your skills, your work history, your education, maybe even your interests, and then they scan through millions of job postings.
Wow.
To find matches.
That's pretty cool. Okay, and the video specifically mentioned career flow.
Yes. Career Flow is a great one, and it pulls jobs from a bunch of different sources like LinkedIn and Indeed.
Okay.
So you're getting a really broad range of options.
I like that.
And one of the coolest features is it has this job description summarizer.
Okay, I was going to ask about that because job descriptions can be so long
I know, right?
and boring.
So the summarizer just gives you a quick snapshot of the key requirements and responsibilities without having to read the whole thing.
That would save so much time.
So much time.
Okay, but the video also mentioned something about auto-apply features, and I think there was a warning attached to that.
Yes, there was.
Why is that?
So some of these platforms have these auto-apply features where you can just click a button and your application gets sent out to tons of jobs.
Sounds like a dream.
I know, right? But I would actually advise against using them.
Really, why is that?
Because when you auto-apply, you're sending out these generic applications that aren't tailored to each specific job.
Oh, okay.
And hiring managers can totally tell.
So it's kind of like spamming people.
Yeah, kind of like that. And it's not going to make a good impression.
So it's back to that quality over quantity thing?
Exactly.
It's better to send out fewer applications, but make sure they're really good?
Yes. Take the time to research each company, tailor your cover letter to that specific job.
Okay, that makes sense.
So AI can help us find the jobs, but we still have to do the work.
Right, it's a tool.
Exactly, it's a tool.
Not a magic solution.
Right.
Okay, so now that we talk about finding the jobs, let's talk about the dreaded salary negotiation.
Ooh.
Everybody's favorite topic.
Everybody's least favorite topic.
Yeah, but guess what? AI can actually help us with that too.
It can?
So there are AI-powered tools now that can analyze salary data
Right.
for specific roles, industries, locations.
Yep.
Which is amazing because, when I was first starting out, I had no idea how to even approach salary negotiations.
Yeah, it's intimidating.
It is.
But these tools can give you the information you need.
To know your worth.
Exactly.
Okay, so how do they actually work? Do I just plug in the job titles and location and it spits out a number?
Well, it's a little more complicated than that. But basically, they pull data from a lot of different sources like job postings, salary surveys, even websites like Glassdoor where people self-report their salary.
So it's getting like a really comprehensive picture.
Right. And then it can give you a salary range for that specific role in that location.
Okay, that's really helpful. That is super helpful. I mean, I remember when I was like first starting out, I was so clueless.
Yeah, it's like a whole new world.
It is. And you don't want to like leave money on the table.
No, you don't. And
Yeah.
these tools can help you, advocate for yourself.
Right. Okay. So we've got the tools that can help us research salaries.
Yeah.
But how do we actually use that information in a negotiation?
Well, I think the first thing to remember is that it's a negotiation. It's a conversation.
Right.
It's not just about you demanding a certain amount.
Right.
It's about, working together to find something that works for both parties.
So it's about finding that win-win.
Exactly. And AI can help you prepare for that conversation.
Okay. How so?
Well, it can, provide you with data-driven insights,
Right.
negotiation strategies, for example. It can help you identify the key factors that influence salary for your specific role, like experience level, location, company size.
So it's like giving you all the cards.
Exactly. You can go into that negotiation feeling confident.
Prepared.
Yes. And remember, it's not just about the base salary.
Oh, right.
You can also negotiate things like bonuses, benefits, paid time off.
So it's about the whole package.
The whole package. Exactly.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, AI really is changing the game when it comes to job searching.
It really
Okay.
is.
It's like having a personal career coach, a salary negotiator, a resume expert, all rolled into one.
It is. And, as AI continues to evolve, we can expect to see even more innovative tools and applications that will help us in our job search.
It's exciting and also a little bit scary.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
But I think it's important to remember that AI is a tool.
Right.
It's here to help us, not replace us,
We're still the ones in control.
making the decision.
And, shaping our own career paths.
So well said. So to wrap up our deep dive into AI for job searching,
Yeah.
I think the key takeaway here is that AI can make the process so much easier and more efficient.
Absolutely. It can save you time. It can give you insights that you wouldn't have otherwise.
But it's important to use it wisely.
Right. Be a savvy user.
Do your research.
Fact check.
And remember that you're the one calling the shots.
AI is a tool. Use it to your advantage.
And on that note, I think it's time for us to sign off.
Sounds good.
Thanks for joining us for another deep dive, and we'll see you next time.
See you later.